excited.
Yeah, me too.
Right? This is like our first episode.
First ever episode of the Take A Pause new SJCC podcast.
You heard that right, folks. Take a Pause is our podcast. That's the name of our show. Take a Pause. I'm excited about it. And my name is Guadalupe.
My name is Ganas Gama.
We're excited to be here today. And so you're wondering, okay, what is this podcast about? What am I watching? Well, we want to create a podcast where we can have one guest from here at San Jose City College. And these guests will be our faculty, students, our classified professionals, as well as our vice presidents, our president. So they can have a space here to let us know about some of the resources available to students, activities, services, right?
Yeah, so we can create a better community on campus. And, you know, when you're a new student at SJCC, it can be a little bit hard to, you know, figure it out yourself. And now here you can actually just watch a YouTube video and get to know almost everybody who's on campus. Oh, definitely. So we want to make sure that in this actual YouTube channel, we can highlight questions you probably are having. For example, questions like, can the Take a Pause podcast help me with graduation? Resources available here on campus, which we have several, right, Gana? We have several guests that we have lined up already this actual semester, which we're excited about. Who are these speakers? Let me first begin with our fabulous co-host. Hello, everybody. So, again, my name is Ganas Gama, and I'm a student here at SJCC. My major is graphic design and communication and media studies. And this is actually my third year in the United States. 3 years ago, I came here on this campus, didn't know any English, didn't know, where to go, what to do, if we have any resources or events, nothing at all. I met one of my friends, and she recommended me to go to a counselor and actually talk to her. So this is
here on the campus.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how I ended up going to Lesra and actually talking
Shout
to her.
out to Lesra!
Yeah, and she just asked me, so what do you want to do? What do you like to do? And I was like, I am pretty much interested in graphic design, videos. Yeah. I really love to do social media. And she was like, well, try some of these classes and then we can see if you can get a certificate or you want to get an associate degree. So after that, I actually came here to the marketing department of San Jose City College, the best department ever. Really love working here. It's been just a crazy journey, and I started to do social media videos for our college, SJ City College, Instagram and TikTok account. This is how I started to learn more about events on campus, meeting people, and that's how I basically got my first friends at SJCC. We had this idea of starting a rubric Juggler of the Week, which was a 1-minute reel for TikTok and Instagram. This is our rubric Juggler of the Week. Yeah. And this is how I started talking to our students and kind of get the interview from them. I just got this sense of community, and when you're talking to people and they're telling you about their emotions, about their pathway at SJCC, and knowing that if I wouldn't meet all those people before, I wouldn't be here at this moment. Really want to, share the resources to get to know our people on campus better, our students, our faculty.
Yes, that was a fabulous intro. Yes. Well, I am Gana's co-host. I'm Guadalupe Alatorre. I'm a faculty here at San Jose City College. And if I were to share a couple of things about me, my background, I am from the SoCal. So I was born in Los Angeles, but grew up in a small city out in the city of Pomona. And as far as my adventure coming up here to San Jose City College, well, I'm brand new to even living up here in the Bay. So when I started here not so long ago, I was curious, yes, where is this? Where is that location? And so I definitely have to say that when I first came here to San Jose City College, everyone was great because, like I said, I was new to the college, but also new to living up here. And everyone was great by letting me know resources as far as here on campus, even as well where to go get some great food at restaurants. So yes, shout out, you know who you are. Thank you for those great recommendations. And I would definitely want to also share that I'm happy we have this podcast because we want to hear from our students, right? We want to be able to also bring a show that not only, of course, is relating to us, but also to our viewers. That's important, right? We want to get that information out there. We want to be able to provide information that's current as well, and then as well it's up to date, which is a huge thing for us. And so I'm excited for this journey to, be as well. I'm working with you. I'm excited, Ghana. So thank you as well for letting me be your co-host. I'm excited for this.
Thank you so much for being here.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. So you're probably wondering as well, how can we, stay tuned for the episode as well? Are there any giveaways? There's some giveaways which Ghana, you will definitely take on that lead, Ghana.
If you want to share your story and actually be here on our podcast, be a part of that, we're going to have a Google form in the description of this video. You can just click on that, fill out your information, student ID, some of your, information about you, like your major and what you want to talk about on this, be the guest of our podcast.
Yes, come share your stories with us. We want to know.
Yeah,
Yes.
and of course, since this is our first ever episode of Take a Pause, we're going to have a giveaway.
Oh, what are those giveaways?
So let's
I'm excited.
briefly see what's in my SJCC giveaway bag.
What is in your bag, Ghana?
So first we have a water bottle.
Let's get applause on that. Let's get applause. Wow. What else is in that bag, Ghana? What else is in the bag? There's a notebook in there. Yes. So we have a lot of swag bag, right? There's a lot of swag in there.
Yeah, we have actually a lot of pretty cool things, such
Wow.
as this selfie light.
A selfie light.
And some of the other things that we're actually not going to show you, because, this is kind of a surprise. So what do you need to do to actually get this bag? Everything you need to do is subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up under this video, and write a comment about your favorite part of this podcast.
I'm excited about that. Now, you're probably wondering, well, when are your new episodes going to be airing? Well, you definitely look out for our episodes every second Thursday. We're excited to be posting them around 12 p.m. And make sure, please, you tend to subscribe. Please, it's important you subscribe. Why? So you'll get the notifications right away. And give this video a thumbs up. You can also follow us on the website of sjcc.edu to inform about our new updates. And as well, subscribe to our social media. What are some of those social media?
So everywhere you can find us as SJCC College, our TikTok, Instagram, YouTube accounts.
Well, thank you again, everybody. We're going to be, of course, now tuning out of this actual session and tuning in. We have some great guests coming in, right? I'm excited about this. We'll see you soon, viewers. All right. We'll see you in our next segment. And then, of course, episodes are full of great surprises, right? Thank you so much, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first ever segment of our podcast, Take a Paws. So I am honored and excited to present to you guys ASG President, Computer Science Major, amazing skater, and a president of the Jaguars Coding Club, Priyam, here at SJCC.
Yes. Priyam, thank you for coming. Yes, I know you have a lot right now on your plate this semester. You're about to graduate. You are as well, one of your skills, hobbies, as well activities is skating, right? And it's also a passion of yours. And then you're also our Associated Student Government President. Okay, so let's first talk about do you do as the ASG President for San Jose City College? What does your day look like?
Yes, before being the student government president, obviously I am a student, so obviously my day starts with morning classes, making sure my academics is running smoothly, because that is something which I always make sure that all my classes I'm being on track and making sure my assignments are being collected.
That's important, everybody.
Exactly. So that is how I start my day, and then I don't take a lot of evening classes, so a lot of my afternoon and evening is to make sure that I'm caught up on my student government work. So we do have depending on the day of the week, we have some different meetings. I do have check-ins with my advisors every back and forth, and every Wednesdays we have our meetings at 3:30, and every month we meet the president, and there are some different meetings which I am a part of as a student representative. So on a whole, it is really keeping track of everything, keeping track of the calendar, making sure you attend the meetings, making sure you communicate the students in the right way.
When are your office hours for, as the ASG president, so our students know, and as well our classified professionals, our ASGC community?
Yes, so my office hours are on Mondays between 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. in SC 115, which is the room where we have our meetings as well. I am available every Mondays for any conversations with anyone.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, you guys should stop by to actually ask questions from our president. Okay, great. So since we're talking about student government, I've heard that you guys are going to have elections for the 2025-2026, and this is like upcoming elections. Does ASG impact student life and overall, just share something about it with us?
Yeah, sure. I mean, ASG election is nothing but I think it's an opportunity for students to step up for their passion for
getting involved,
on campus,
Right.
being giving that student voice, because obviously I know academics is really important in school life, but I think at the same time where you get some experiences like this, which is like real life experiences, I think it just prepares you a lot better for your future. So getting involved in student government is more like adding another feather. And also you get to know so many people. Just this morning I was talking to my advisor, on my road from library to the student center, I met 4 different people, and I had to stop
Okay, well,
3
shout
minutes.
out if you saw Priyam.
So I think it's important you get that connection with people. You know people on campus.
Right.
It definitely feels like your second home.
Okay.
So I think it just creates a very positive atmosphere on the campus for you as a student government officer.
That's great. Now, here's my follow-up question, okay? What roles are out there for students if they want to get involved in ASG for the next academic school year?
Yes, so we have 8 roles. So there will be 8 officers.
Eight. You heard that right, folks, all right? We're taking a pause here. There's 8 roles out there.
Yes, the first role is obviously the student government president, and then the vice president of marketing,
Oh, okay.
vice president of finance, who takes care about the finance stuff. There is a student trustee, chief justice, director of communications, director of student engagement, and director of student resources.
Wow, that's a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, definitely. And so I'm sure Ghana Ghana, you had mentioned about like finding out the process, right?
Yeah. I think that'll be really helpful for our students to kind of understand the whole process of the application, the whole election thing. Do they need to fill out something? Do they need to do posters and stuff?
Yeah, sure. We made it really easy for students. So we have a checklist, which is called the ASG election checklist.
That's really
and
good.
it is on our social media as well. We already shared it. There are different posts.
What is that social media so our subscribers know?
SJCC ASG, that is our Instagram. So we have posted it there as well. So the checklist consists of all the details which an applicant needs. The first one is they have to complete the candidate application form. There's definitely a QR code on that checklist as well, so they can. It's just a simple form which asks for some details and position are they willing to apply. So that is the first step.
Okay.
The second step is getting 100 signatures from SJCC students.
100 signatures.
100 signatures because it seems a lot. Honestly, it seems a lot.
You mentioned SJC students. Do they have to be active, like currently enrolled in classes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they have to be actively enrolled in classes, and this is for us to really see that the officer is getting interacted with the students, talking to students, because even yesterday in our meeting, I did mention that getting these signatures is not just going to someone and telling them, hey, just sign it. That's not how we want that. We want it.
Those communication skills, like you mentioned, right?
To get to know students on campus.
Yeah, I agree.
It might be a 1.5 minute or 2 minute conversation wherein you just talk to them and be like, hey, I'm running for this position. What do you think that our campus is in need of? Because talking to students who just come to classes, do their class and then go back home. Students like those, I think it's very important to take their opinion, to have conversation with them, so that we can really do something which attracts them towards the campus and makes them be at the community. It is a really nice way for them to know people, and that will help them in the future when they stand up and when they need votes. Obviously, the 100 people who signed for them, they're most probably definitely going to vote for them as well.
Okay. And so my question would be, what makes a great student leader?
That's a very great question. I mean, honestly speaking, I feel that when you're a great student leader, it's nothing but you're a great listener. Because I think being a leader comes with great listening skills. And I mean, at least for me, that has worked a lot. That has been my practice from, this whole academic year. I always tend to listen to students first. That's important. Ask them, what is it? And I think listening to students and then raising the voice at the right places. For example, in some important committee meetings, for example, when you're talking to the president, when you're talking to the chancellor, the board of trustees, that's when you raise your voice. That's when you talk to them. You be like, hey, my students really need this. I really want you to really have this action item done. So I think it's important to have that quality. And obviously the other thing is that discipline, because I think being disciplined will make sure that, whoever is looking up to you or whoever is coming in the meeting or whoever is, working with you is also in the same way, in the same atmosphere.
When is, the actual day of the election and when our students can actually vote, and how is this process going to happen?
Yes, so the election dates are April 8, 9, and 10, which is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It is the week before.
That's approaching soon.
It is. It is the week before the spring break, and about a week prior to that, or about 3-4 days prior to that, students will receive an email to their email ID, which is registered with San Jose City College, and they will have to go in and click in that link and make sure to, have their student ID on there, select the officer which they want to vote for, and then just hit the vote button.
Is there any chance they can be involved outside of being ASG, but still kind of, be part of the festivals maybe, or other events?
Like ways to get involved, like maybe attend a couple of meetings, some of the events you guys do have during the academic year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that is a really great question, because we understand that, having a commitment of one academic year, being enrolled as an officer, just comes up with a lot of responsibilities. And there are some students who do not think that that is something which they can do. So obviously they can attend our meetings. Our meetings are totally open. And I think having, coming to the meeting, they will have a chance to network and interact with some students who are active on campus. And that will just give them more opportunities to see what their interests are. Maybe they want to open a new club. Maybe they want to be a part of a club. Maybe they want to help us with something. Maybe, because in student government, we also have a lot of student committees, which they can be a part of. They can, be a part of some student representative committees at the district level as well. So we are definitely open to give students those opportunities.
So you're very involved. Very involved. Okay, this is great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. We will see you in the next segment. Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hello. We are excited today. Our guests for today are SJCC leaders, Teresa, Paiz. Teresa! Yes! And as well, our guest, Juan, Garcia. Yes! So we want to start the segment with, first of all, getting to know our two fabulous guests, right? Again, we know that they're here working at San Jose City College, but we want to get to first ask, let us know a little bit about each of you, okay? And we also want to know a fun fact that people don't know. And then, I see Juan's like, what should I share? And then lastly, let us know, how did your journey or your pathway start here at San Jose City College? So, Teresa, is it okay if we start with you?
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah. So I was born and raised in San Jose, East Foothills to be exact. I went to Independence High School. right? Fun fact, let's see, I love the 80s. I love 80s music, still do.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great. Let's see, and my pathway here. I graduated from Evergreen Valley College. So within the district, I took some classes also at San Jose City College. So I'm a former student. Let's see, I started out my path. I actually got a job from the job placement office at Evergreen Valley College. And so I started out as a student, then an hourly, and then just kind of worked my way up. And here I am. And so I've been with the district for 36 years now.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing.
Now, Juan, let us know about you.
Kind of like Teresa, was a student here, graduated a long time ago, but love the campus, love the mission, love the people that we get to work with. But originally grew up in LA. Parents moved up here, stayed here.
So you're from SoCal.
Yes.
I am also from SoCal.
Yes. Had an option to go to EVC. Was closer to EVC, but city just fit me. So it was, and that's why I came here. So, yes.
And a little fun fact. Are we avoiding the question?
I don't know. Well, just that I'm an alum. Used to work for the CSU system, and then just really decided to come back to campus.
Yeah, so today our topic of the segment is talking about graduation petition, and I don't know anything about graduation. So what should I do? Where should I go? What is a graduate petition overall? If you could share with us and with our students.
Sure. So the graduation petition is actually the official request from the student that submits to declare their intent to graduate and to receive their degree or certificate. And so that's the very first step to your path towards graduation. But now as a student, what they can do is make sure they meet with a counselor to make sure they have the classes that they need, they get their ed plan, and so that way when they're done, they're ready with their graduation petition. And so, the graduation petition is very important, and that's going to lead to getting your degree.
Yeah, that's
amazing. Now, this is my question now, because I am graduating this spring 2025 from Evergreen College. Yes, I'm excited. So I need to ask this question. What paperwork do students need to submit to graduate?
The graduation petition needs to be submitted. That's number one. That's how the evaluations, the evaluators look at requirements, the degree requirements, making sure that all your official transcripts are submitted. We do need all the official transcripts from any previous institutions that you attended, any AP scores, any other coursework that you've taken before elsewhere that you're going to be using for graduation.
Okay.
So we need to make sure that when the evaluators are looking at all the coursework and verifying the requirements, that we have all the transcripts and all your coursework on file.
Yes.
Now we know. And so what about the deadlines for this semester?
Yes.
Right. So every semester there's a graduation petition deadline.
Right.
Those are listed online on our website and in the catalog. It's www.sjcc.edu. And then you'll go over to admissions and records, and we have deadline dates. Those dates are also listed in the catalog.
Oh, I love that.
And so there's several places that you can find it. Again, come visit admissions and records if you want that. The spring 2025 grad petition deadline for this semester is March 21st.
Oh, that's approaching.
That's coming up. So make sure that you meet with the counselor to get those petitions into A&R.
Well, I'm going to take a quick pause because Ghana, before once we leave, I'm going to make sure I head over to get my stuff done. That's approaching.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And so the students will meet with the counselor, and then they'll go over and review the grad petition and complete that, and then it gets sent over to A&R to be verified by the admissions and records evaluators. Wow. Yeah, that's the final evaluation that gets done. But you'll need to meet with the counselor to submit the evaluation.
And see, that was my next question is what is the process before we submit the paperwork, right? Because I'm sure we have to follow some steps, right?
Right.
And so you mentioned speaking with our academic counselor, And so once we already have done that already, we have the paperwork completed, will there be possibly any other further workshops available for students that they can attend to prepare for graduation?
Yeah, so what will happen is you'll submit, you'll work with your counselor to submit the grad petition.
Okay.
And then it goes over to A&R, and then A&R, the evaluators will send all the students an email, just kind of letting them know what the next steps are, what to look out for.
Okay.
We'll have information about the graduation website, so you can get information about graduation, the ceremony, whatnot, where we are at the steps. And so there's constant communication between A&R and the student regarding their grad petition.
Nice.
But it is also important that they when they complete the grad petition, that they put their correct email, because they will be receiving commencement information.
Definitely.
So it's always important to have that information updated.
Because there's going to be communication not only from the graduation ceremony committee, but also from the evaluators.
Okay, so that's good to know, because you're letting us know the first step, right? Admissions and records. We're going to definitely go talk to Teresa, right? And then I know the next step now, which this is like the next step talking about graduation, where Juan, you're going to help us out and like figure that part out. So let us know all about graduation. We talked to Teresa, did the paperwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think one of the most important things about commencement, you will be receiving an email starting April 8th. So it's important that you have the correct email address. And in that email, you'll have all of the information to confirm that you'll be attending commencement.
Okay.
So that's the most important thing. And you want to make sure that you RSVP to commencement, because it is a ticketed event with wristbands. Important also that your guest put on the wristband, not in their pockets, not in the purse. It's important that the guests have the bracelet on at all times.
And talking about guests, how many guests can our students bring to the graduation? What is like the max?
Only allowing 5 guests to graduate. And our commencements have been growing and growing. Last year we saw an attendance of 434 graduates.
Wow.
So really, it's growing little by little every semester.
Wow.
And what if some of the guests want to bring something like balloons? Is it allowed?
No, unfortunately, no balloons, no noisemakers. Just really bring a hat, some sunscreen. Part of the committee, we have water to keep you hydrated during the ceremony.
Oh, okay.
It's not going to be hot. It is an early morning commencement, so hopefully it won't be hotter like normally during the day.
So you answered one of those questions, because that was my question, is when I'm there, like, is any beverages? Now, you answered that, so thank you. Now, my next question is going to be a couple within one. When is graduation? Is there any graduation practice that we're going to be attending?
So graduation is May 23rd. It'll be at 10 a.m. We're encouraging graduates to start arriving at 9 o'clock. And obviously, as graduates come, their families will be joining them. Parking is free on our structure that is located across from the Jaguar Sports Complex in the track and field. And really, it's just arriving at 9 o'clock so that you can get a good seat.
Yeah, and so my next question is, what about cap and gown? Is there any like resources where student can purchase it?
Yes, you can always you can actually start purchasing your cap and gown starting April 11th at the bookstore. But should you not have the resources to purchase a cap and gown, as we know they're very expensive, you can stop by the student information desk. And we have many of cap and gowns that go from 411 all the way up to like 6'5". Okay. So we can cover the whole gamut.
Right. And then just finishing off this segment with last two things. Is there a parking fee? And of course, when students are on stage, what are they going to be getting? Are they getting a certificate and degree there, or is it mailed?
Parking is definitely free for all of our guests and graduates. We try to make it very easy for our guests on that day. Something that the committee has been working really hard is on free or no-cost pictures. We know that could be one of the largest costs to commencement. We know that you want to treasure that moment.
Right.
So all of the photos will be available on our SJCC commencement website the following day.
Wow.
And then obviously parking is free. So yes.
Nice.
So on the day of graduation, the students receive their diploma covers. And then once all the petitions have been approved and reviewed, then the students will receive a digital copy of the diploma, and then they'll get it they'll receive their diploma or certificate in the mail.
All right. Well, all great information. I want to thank you for being here. Juan, Teresa, thank you so much. Congratulations, class of 2025. We're excited. We're waving, of course, the excitement. We're excited. And please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss those videos. As well, you can follow us at sjcc.edu, and also, please, you can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and any social media platform. Thank you so much.